So then, folks, we have merging to do at long fucking last. It feels like a minute since we last did any of this, right? Am I crazy? I guess flag on, but beyond that, I'm doing great, pal. I'm doing great. We have access to explode. Oh, it nullifies defense. That's interesting. That's very interesting. I'll tell you why that's interesting, because a lot of the bosses we've been fighting recently have, like, ways of buffing their defense. And if we can just, like, ignore that and steamroll through and fuck people up, that would be fucking sick. Maybe we give this to Flygon. I think it'll be good on Arbok as well, but I really want to give Arbok a fusion with... not this. Did we not get the Scorpion last time? It must have been before. I want to give Arbok a fusion with the Scorpion because I want him to be able to fully evolve. Pretty clean cut, actually. Yeah, so Flygon. We need a good Earth move. Obviously, we've got Stroke Chance on fire. It's not like S tier, but it's pretty fucking good, honestly. I'm pretty content with that. But we need a good Earth move. And our options are Tackle, which we're not going to use because it's a charge move and we never get to pull those off. Explode, which is sick, as previously established, and is quite a bit cheaper than Tackle as well, actually. Barrion, we're not going to use that, we've already got a barrier. Or this, which is the other real option, because increasing attack for all allies is very big. It's very big. And also resisting Sleep, Confused, and Blind is also a pretty good thing to have on a monster we want to be relentlessly attacking. Also, you know, more HP is also good for him. There's nothing on A that we're that excited about, is there, right? There's a Scorpion. Life Blast was good, but... yeah, it really is Regulina or Explode. I think if we have Explode, then that's going to make the Earth side our sort of primary attacking side. I guess it doesn't hurt to have two attacking sides that do a lot of damage. That's not a bad thing. We can sort of switch between the two, getting the wall up when we need it and still maintaining the damage pressure, which is nice. I do really like the idea of running this. I just don't know which is more optimal, really. The thing with this is that's going to buff Arbok. It's going to buff the, you know, both himself and Pikachu on the fire side, which is going to be pretty powerful. But it's also going to buff Arbok. Also, it does just say ups attack. It doesn't say ups strength or ups wisdom, so I assume it increases magic damage as well. So it'll, you know, buff a lot of people. But buffing Arbok's good because it means, again, we get to keep up that damage pressure when we're healing. This is genuinely a really tough decision. I think maybe Explode is the way to go, though, right? Right? Explode costs less mana, so that's nice for a monster on the corner. And he has been, like, struggling with his fragility a little bit, so getting the 20% more HP is going to be useful for him not dying. They're both really good options, man. I think I'm just going to go with Explode, just literally because it's cheaper. I think they're both really good options. I think having a move that costs a bit less mana is probably going to be sensible. Thing is, I have to go through this agonizing sort of coin toss of a decision again in a second with the other merge, because I haven't quite decided what I want to give Joltik yet either. Like, my first and foremost thought is the big Ice Beam magic spell thing, because he's got high magic stat, right? So being able to nuke things, very cool. I'm also kind of the opinion that a second heal having 2 healers on the healing side would actually be really strong. Because that means we can get knocked down to whatever the fuck health we like and then just switch to that side and heal it off, and it's just not going to be an issue. But there's a third option. There's a third option that I like, I think, assuming we have it. I mean, that's the big ice beam thing. I don't think we have it, actually, the third option. I wanted the higher rank version of this, which is the AoE damage everything and heal yourself ability. One of the bosses was using that on us, and it was very fucking good in the hands of something with a high magic stat. Plus it would sort of cover both my options, right? It would be outputting damage and it would be contributing to the healing. But because we don't have the highest rank version of it, I think we might be better off just going with the big nuke. And, you know, 20% more wisdom is a lot of extra damage on top as well. I think we could use more healing in general. Like, this is a good thing to get our hands on. I think it might be better to just fuck off status effects and swap this for this. Going from medium healing to extra large healing is big. Just do that on Carnivine. Yeah, we need more damage output, man. There's turns when we're just not achieving anything, and I think just having a big nuke like this is going to help a lot. Let's do it. The frustrating thing, of course, is that Joltik was 3 bars off being able to reach its final evolution form, so if I fused it with something of its own species, it would have hit that. But it's more important to get it a stronger move right now. More important to get it a move, I should add. A move at all. I think this is going to contribute a lot to the team in general. Having this. A lot. Stop talking.
Thank you.
So we'll have a look actually at Joltik's passives. I don't know if that was overwriting one. It did, I think. We've got Wisdom up 3 and Wisdom up 1. And Firepower, like he is just jacked on the Wisdom. Can we see his stats at all? Yeah, 100 Wisdom and he's not fucking... he's level 1. That is insane numbers. That's more than Arbok has in strength at level 14. Is it more than Pikachu? Oh, it's similar to what Pikachu has in strength at level 14. It's actually insane. Yeah, cool. Now, the other thing is, basically everyone is on the verge of merging, aside from the 2 who just did, right? We've got 3 14s, we've got a 13, we have an 11 in Carnivine, but he's a merge behind everyone else still anyway, I believe, so he's going to reach that quicker. I think we don't push for a boss today. I think pushing for a boss today would be silly. I think what we do is instead of progressing in the wind side, we now head to the water side, where things will be a bit less likely to just explode my level 1 guys. That's here, right? Yep. And we try and get the barrier down, and then we do the same on fire side. Get all 3 barriers down, and then from there we start going for the bosses. How did that just spawn behind me? We will fight things in a second. We are going to be doing a bit of scrapping. I just want to get a bit of a lay of the land. Yeah, we'll fight this. Fuck it. Fuck it. Why not? Let's see how our brand new explode attack does. I want to see how much mana it costs him as well, because that's going to be a big thing. That's a lot of damage. That's like double what Arbok's doing. And it wasn't that much mana. I mean, he will run out if he uses it repeatedly, but I mean, so will anyone, you know? Right, let's see this one now. Nice of them to not heal immediately. $130 damage. Kablamo. Yeah, we have some firepower now. We have some firepower on all sides, and that's going to come in clutch. If we can get a new a higher rank of the fire spell on Diggersby, I think we'll be kind of laughing at that point. I think these were basically the only adjustments we really needed to make. We'll get Arbok to his final form. We'll see if we can get a slightly stronger move on Pikachu, although that's obviously not, like, something we're desperate for. I don't know what we'll do with Krabby. Just see if we can get him a better passive, I guess, because, like, he's kind of set. What, on that, what passive would be? Because you don't get to choose what passives are replaced. I don't think I've mentioned this before. Oh, he's only got 3. That's fine. Yeah, you just lose your first passive and they just cycle when you get a new one. Obviously, the ones we've got now are all very good. They're all just giving him bulk, which is what we want. I'll just have to see what other things are available. Maybe some sort of status resistance or something as his final one. But he's kind of set, honestly. Like, another merge is just going to be an opportunity for him to sort of reset and keep gaining strength in general. Okay, we'll fight this.
Die, 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 die!
No thanks.
No, 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 no!
Do you think those two are meant to be linked like that?
Look, baby.
I'm not sure if what Kahu says in response to the Karma in these last stages is like script, because it always feels a bit weird in the previous ones, but that one definitely felt like it was a direct response to what he was saying, so I don't know. Oh, you may have noticed, by the way, that the basically what we're fighting these days is like bosses. All the Karma we're fighting now are bosses from the original run through the forests, which I think is pretty cool. Because those bosses are just final forms of monsters. But that just sort of isn't made clear until you progress far enough through the game. This guy was definitely a boss though. He was a bit bigger back then. What ability was he? I wasn't even paying attention. What was his ability? Was that the better version of what Arbok's using on the water side? The life snatch thing? Because that's cool to have. Obviously, we're not going to give that to Arbok today, but if this game ends up being like even longer than I think it is, then and we do end up doing another pass of evolutions, then that's a thing. Something we can eventually give to Arbok. Obviously, replacing that Spirit Blast and getting him to his final evolution form is more important, though. These are worth fuck all experience, I've just noticed. We're getting like 600. We're getting over 1,000 per battle in the other sides. I was going to say, I guess that's why there's more monsters here, but there probably actually isn't. Where the fuck is the key spore? Presumably over here somewhere. Let's fight this. Didn't quite engage that the way I was expecting to, but... These guys in particular always feel like absolute jokes to me. I don't know, they just seem to do basically 0 damage and they die really... I didn't know he could do that. That's actually kind of a cool looking monster. It's like a combination of his previous 2 forms. It's like a spooky tree, but he's also got the fly trap sort of mouth to it. I was not aware he'd reached his final evolution stage. That's really sick. That means we're up to 2 of 8 who have achieved that. Not bad going. Not bad going, team. I think it is just going to be the 3 of them, those 2 and Arbok, who actually achieve it in the end, though. The rest of them are going to be capped at stage 3. Unless, you know, we get completely stuck on the game, on the final boss or something, and we have to go away and grind a bit, then we might try and push everyone to their final evolution forms, but... Otherwise... less so. Right, we got Keyspore. Let's start checking out those princess vines. There's one right here, we're just going to go for it. It's probably not the one because it's so close to the start, but who knows, maybe I'm wrong. Oh, interesting. I thought there were only 2, and it looks like they both go to correct progress paths. Interesting. The water side is definitely definitely unique. Oh, this is the way to go as well by the looks of it, once we get the barrier up. Or down, I should say. What are we fighting around here? I saw something here a second ago. It looks like it's despawned now. Oh, is that the final form of Joltik? No, that's the current form of Joltik. Just a water version of it, I guess. Not really any reason to approach the barrier yet, is there? I want to see what Joltik becomes. I'm intrigued. Whether it maintains a sort of delicate, sort of slightly feminine moth form, or if it turns into like some big, weird beastie. Kinda shocked we outsped, but not complaining. Fucking hell. I mean, Joltik is fragile, I will say that. Almost got him. Oh, yeah, I kind of, yeah. Kind of forgot Arbok had to attack as well. Fireside aren't getting a look in anymore, what the hell? I have to make sure they get a fair share of the experience, I'm not used to this. They're normally the ones who are dominating the battle and I'm having to force the love to be shared amongst the other sides. See if an ambush here, the Fireside can just take them out on turn 1. That's not the Fireside. This is a one-shot though, right? Yeah. I really want to make sure Diggersby gets experience, because he's sort of the main one who is desperate for a new move at this point. Everyone else we can sort of make do, but he more than anyone needs to get off that D rank Agnes or whatever. Put all of his merge potential towards getting him good earth moves and then moved him off the earth side. Oh, cool. I'll keep fighting these, honestly. Like, they're pretty free. They're pretty fucking free. Wow. Turn wand. Oh, they are just worth no experience though, like at all. Wasn't even paying attention. That was so very nothing right there. Whoa. Spicy fish. I'm gonna fight it. I'm just gonna let it tire itself out first. There we go. Just get the old wall up, I think. Pretty hard hitting if they can take the wall down. I shouldn't be surprised by that, but we're on the water side. I'm not expecting anything to do anything. Like, as an element, it's sort of defined by its tendency to just sit around and jerk itself off in most battles. Uh-huh. Unfortunate. Okay, that was a bit more experience. They also took a bit longer to kill, so, you know. Even if we don't get much for the Joltik bugs, you can do about 3 of those fights in the time it would take to do one of any other fight, you know. Okay, is this correct? Did we do the correct thing here? I might be wrong on this, but from what I can tell, you usually seem to get a calmer encounter on the dead end versions of... Huh. The ones of these that are dead ends, they usually have at least one calmer encounter in them. That might have just been like coincidence so far, I don't know, but I hope that doesn't do too much damage. I do really like those pufferfish swordfish combos. I think that's a pretty interesting design. I feel like there were 2 like art directors on this team, and one of them was going, you know, for the last water monster we should definitely have a swordfish, and the other one was going, no, I want the last water monster to be a pufferfish, and they came to a compromise. That's my headcanon for how Jade Cocoon 2 was made. Could write a whole soap opera about it. I don't know what skill hold does. I feel like it's like it prevents you from using your ability for a turn. Like your next attack is always just going to be a regular attack. That's pure guesswork though. I've not been hit by it recently. I'm sure some iteration of Joe over the last 20 years knew exactly what it did, but... Diggersby can't use special attacks. Yeah, so if I attack now... No, he can still use Agnes. He just did. He just did that. I think this game does refer to anything like that inflicts status as a special attack, from what I remember. So that'll be like sleep moves, confusion moves, blind moves, that sort of thing. I think maybe it prevents you from using those specifically. That feels like a really bad and ultra-specific move. Although I guess in that one advancement test where I was getting spam sleeped and it took like 100 turns in order to win it, being able to disable that thing's ability to use sleep would have been cool. The problem is I need to outspeed it to actually fucking hit it with that ability in the first place, so, you know. Things to consider when using a move like that. Not only is it very niche, but it has to, it still has to succeed certain things in order to actually fulfill that niche use. Hello.
Die, 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 die.
See if Kahu says the same thing.
No, 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 no!
He does.
Are you a baby?
I mean, Nico. Monster in the forest that is shape-shifting to pretend to be a human screams the word die at you multiple times, and you're like, oh, you're such a baby for getting a bit triggered about that. Fairies, man, honestly. Don't understand basic human emotion. That really does just do 150 damage every time, doesn't it? Just every time. Unquestioning 150 damage. It's like, what if Dragon Age was actually broken? Dragon Age? Dragon Rage, that's what I tried to say. Not Dragon Age. Had that game on the mind recently, because I keep trying to play it and I keep bouncing off it. There is stuff to like about the new Dragon Age, and I will defend it to some degree against people who are just saying it's outright dog shit. Honestly, mechanically, it plays very similar to the previous entries in the series, so I don't know why it's that shocking to people. In fact, if anything, I would say the combat has improved substantially over Dragon Age Inquisition. I do get, like, that you have, like, less options as far as, like, open world questing or whatever are concerned, though, so I can see why that would sour some people. I don't know. I'm very much in two minds about it. I think I do just struggle with those... Where the fuck is the exit? With those big... fucking 80-hour RPGs these days. I just don't want to invest that much time into one video game. He says playing his 31st episode of a series of Jade Cocoon 2. Oh, fucking hell, really? I don't think I sold up when we last returned home, did I? Sure. Sure. Could maybe start using those Mel's elixirs. We've picked up quite a few 7s recently, so... Ooh, what is that? What was that thing? Oh, we do have a power extract I've just not used either. You know what, I'll give that to Pikachu. There you go, Pikachu. Calibus Herb fully resurrects a beast. Okay. Thing with those is I don't think they're that useful. Because if my party's fucked to the point where I've started losing people and I'm coming up to a boss fight, I am just going to nope out and run back through the zone again. 9 times out of 10. I think resurrect books are more useful, but it's also worth noting, as we discovered last time, those only restore you on 1 HP. If you're restoring someone on the healing side, there's a good chance they'll just get killed again before you can heal them. Okay, so that was incorrect, clearly. Clearly that was incorrect, and I'm okay with that. I'm a person who is willing to learn from his mistakes. Keep an open mind about these things. So where do we think the exit is, then? This fucking... Wow, I can't believe I managed to dodge that. Don't know why I'm trying to dodge that when I have already established that I'm primarily here to level up. I'm kind of intrigued as to how much experience I get from one of these fights. I know they're going to take forever because they'll just keep healing themselves, but... Let's find out. I think we did one earlier, but I just wasn't paying attention to the amount of XP I got, so... We'll do it proper like now. We'll do it good and proper. I almost don't want to merge Carnivine again. He's reached his final form. He doesn't really need to change his move. I'm still sort of arguing with myself over that one. I guess he'll be stronger again by the time he's leveled up again, but it will make him weaker in the short term. And the one thing you don't want is a weak healer, you know? Same with Krabby as well. I skipped how much experience I got. My research did not work. I was not paying attention. Okay, let's see where this takes us. What the fuck? I didn't think I could walk on this. I thought this was a dead end here, and then I was like, oh, I can keep going, can I? Everything's so non-hostile in the water zone. It's so pleasant. Yes, there's a couple of fish who charged at me, but for the most part, nothing gives a shit. Everything's just cool with you, just wandering through, doing your thing. For the dark forest, it's not particularly dangerous or threatening, for the most part. I don't know why I'm avoiding fighting those crabs, to be honest, because I don't think they have anything, do they? They're not stallers, is what I'm trying to say. They have like an attack. So good. Such a strong boy. Let's not underestimate Arbok just fucking swinging for 179 either there, we should add though. About to get replacement one of these, so here you go, Arbok. Neat. Ugh, it's just a shiny gem, I do not care. I have no desire to take that with me. Ooh, good thing I looked around. A water bug. A water bug?
Calm a man live, human die.
No!
No. He does sound like a bit of a petulant child at times, doesn't he? Ah, what one of them? Magenta. The world's most woke Redditor. That's a brilliant name, man. What is this doing? I wasn't paying attention before. Is it a heal? It's a heal. Okay, we're getting another type of heal. What does it do? Because it's not like a more powerful Medinia, it's got a completely different name. So what is it? Does it just like heal itself to full? Because it's very infuriating to play against, but actually not super useful to have yourself. I guess we'll find out once we get it back to the Room of Life, exactly what that is. Hey, Pikachu! Pikachu! How's everyone else doing? Diggersby is fucking close, so we won't go back yet. As is Arbok. And honestly, those are the three who most need it. So, yeah, we'll get these three sorted. We'll get them kitted out. And once they're good to go, we will beam ourselves out. Yeah, I want to fight one of these. Just real quick before we move on. That was not a That was not a successful... what is the term? I call this something different every time. It just says you have initiative in the game, right? So an initiative attack, I guess. Surprise attack. I say back attack because one of the Final Fantasies, I don't know which, but clearly one I played enough to ingrain itself in my brain, says back attacked or back attack or something. But I don't really know what the correct terminology for that is. It's not like something that's been standardized across the games industry as a whole as terminology. Largely because it only really exists in JRPGs, and you know, that's a very Japanese medium for obvious reasons. So English terminology, I guess, hasn't really developed with it. Okay, we'll go ahead. Dry riverbed. Cool. Okay, we've heard this one enough times now.
Are you a...
We don't need to hear Kahu get called a baby repeatedly. Oh. It's the ripped fish. He's like a cross between something out of Lovecraft and something out of The Little Mermaid. He's hot, but he's horrifying. Aww. Aw, bark. Aw, bark. Nicely done. That's 2. Just need Arbok now. Where's the... Oh, here's the... This was the wrong way then, but we got a karma out of it, so can't complain too much. Come on, fishies. Okay, so now we have to go through the portals we haven't been through on both of those 2 other sides. I'm losing track of where I've been and where I haven't. I really should have stuck to doing one branch at a time. This fucking guy, though. He is waiting to cause me a fight I don't particularly want to bother with. Now, do we know where we've been here? Anyone remember? Anyone got any thoughts? Was it that one? That's the only one we've discovered, actually. Is there not another exit? Because all that's in the other direction is the barrier, right? Oh yeah, so the other exit will be to the boss through the barrier. Yeah, so this was wrong. This was wrong, what we did here. So we have literally been every direction except the right one. You know, sometimes that's just the way things go. Sometimes them's the breaks. You know what I think does happen? If I've established in the past that if I get the attack boost, the high spirits or whatever the move's called, attack boost on Arbok, and then rotate, he loses it when he comes back. I think If I rotate to the water side and he stays active, he keeps the attack boost though? Because it seems like he does bigger numbers if he's attacked on the earth and then switches to the water than if he just switches, he just attacks from the water clean, you know? That does appear to be how it works. I might be tripping. I've tripped before. But I think that's correct. Which just put him in a pretty nice position, honestly. There we go, everyone's mergeable now. Do we just bail then? I think we just bail, right? We get our merges done. Now's the time to get merging done. I think we got the really good fire spell, right? I think we got the I don't think we got the S rank one. I think we got the A rank one though. I forgot where the Room of Life was then for a second. No, I'm just thinking if we don't have a really good fire move, it might be best to hold off on Diggersby until we've been through the fire area a bit and found a better one. But I think we're good. Power Drain, Absorb HP, Extra Large. Yeah, that's the one that doesn't hit mana though, so it's not as good. Oh, Resurrect one beast. That's just bad wording, right? He is immune to death, which is fucking sick. When it says Resurrect one beast, I assume it isn't... That doesn't actually mean... Maybe it does. I don't actually know. That's really, really hard to say. Because I just don't trust this game's, like, wording on things. Because obviously to me that sounds like if something's dead, we can resurrect it with this spell, which is incredibly, incredibly sick. But when he was using it in battle, he was using it to fully heal himself, and I don't know if that's maybe what it does if there is no target to resurrect. Or if that's just what it actually means it does. I don't know, man. That just damages mana, which is nice. I think the one that damages health and mana is better, though. We already established we don't really care about that, although he heals nicer. It's a good passive. You can't merge if you can't carry anymore. Oh, because of eggs. Okay.
Thank you.
I was confused as hell then. I don't think I've ever seen that message. Guess I normally sell up before I go to the Room of Life. Standard Joe procedure.
Find something good.
We'll get rid of the bitters. I don't think healing items are as valuable to me as mana recovery items. So. I'm just not going to use these. And obviously get rid of the gems. Pitch Dark Book is potentially useful, but I'm not going to use it. We'll keep mana back. I guess we'll keep Healing Book. I guess we don't really need that at the moment because we've got status recovery. You don't actually have many books left because we churned through a few in that last fight that was bad. We should probably look at grabbing some. We'll do that now. I want to make sure I've got shit on hand now that we're in the big boy leagues. These are also things I should probably think about using occasionally. The thing about these is they're reusable. I can't remember if there's like a chance they break every time you use them, or if they just have a set amount of charges. I can't remember exactly how it works, but these are very good to have with you on really hard fights because you can just repeatedly spam them if you need to. I think for now, we'll grab a couple of Resurrect books. Both HP back books. That will probably do it for us. I forget what beast books are and why I stashed those. I'm sure they're something like better than you imagine with the name, but I can't remember that.
Hello.
Right. Merging time. Diggersby. Okay, interesting. We don't have a rank. We've got B rank Ignite, which is XL damage, so that's going to be a big improvement. The only S rank one, oh wait, hang on, A rank, one we have is Soldona, which is XL damage to all for 69 MP, which is potentially good. I feel like it might drain his MP a bit fast, although to be fair, he's in the middle slot, so he does have more opportunity to regen his MP, and he does have the MP regen passive. That is potentially very good as well, but I wouldn't want that on a side that I'm going to be spamming because it becomes a bit useless in that case. We could give him Soldona. Obviously, like, the things we're struggling with at the moment are like proper boss fights though, which are single target. So an AoE spell isn't super useful. Do we just like hold off and explore the fireside a bit and try and get Agni Agna, or whatever the A rank version of this is called? Or do we settle for this? We'll come back to this one. We can get something better on Pikachu at least. Probably just straight up Burn Crash, right? We don't want to get fancy with it, we just want him to hit real good, and that gives him 20% more strength, which is definitely going to help with that. Like, I think this is a no-brainer. I think he will be overwriting one of his passives this time, but we can live with that. Pikachu. And thankfully we do have a no-brainer over here as well, because I know exactly what I want to teach this boy. This fucker. Excellent compatibility. Prevents some critical attacks isn't an amazing passive, but I think this is just what we want to do here. We want to get him to unleash his true Scorpion potential. Arbok maybe isn't the name for him anymore. Probably should have renamed him. Oh, I still can rename him here, right? I could rename him Skorupi. I feel like he's just been Arbok forever though, right? It feels weird to change his name just because he's changing his form. We stick with what we know here. I think we're just going to bite the bullet. I think we're just going to do it with Diggersby here. He's going to lose MP up 2. Or is it Wisdom up 1? I can't remember what order they go in. Actually, good opportunity to figure this out. Either way, not a massive loss. Because we'll be getting Wisdom up 2. We'll do it. Might have been better to get the AoE one, I don't know. When it says XL damage, I don't know if that means literally the single target one and the AoE one both do XL damage, which is the same amount of damage. Or if it's like, this is XL for an AoE attack and it would still do less than the single target one. Like the mana concerns aren't a big deal, I don't think, but I just wanted to make sure he's doing the most single target damage output as he can. There we go. Stop talking.
Thank you.
Now what did you forget? Okay, yeah, he lost Wisdom up 1 and got Wisdom up 2. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. He loses Earth Power next. Not that we're likely to merge him again anytime soon, but that's worth remembering. Okay, team sort of ready to go. Obviously we need to level them up, but I think we'll be pretty good against bosses now. I think we're going to be in a much better spot than we were against the last one, which is cool. In the meantime though, I'm going to wrap up here, and more leveling up probably next time. Hate to break it to you. Probably not going to see another boss fight for a video or two, but them's the breaks. I'll see you.